Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be using the Azure CLI to create the virtual machine. I have prepared this command to create the virtual machine. This command is going to create the resource group. The resource group will be named as rgdemo learncloudtech, and this particular resource group will be created in East US location. The second command is going to create the virtual machine. So this command is going to create the virtual machine. This will be the resource group for the virtual machine to be placed in, and this will be the name of the virtual machine. The image for the virtual machine, I have selected the Ubuntu image. So this will be the image, Ubuntu image. And for this virtual machine, I'll be using the username as Ubuntu user 01. I will also generate SSH key, and I'll be using the public IP address with this Q as standard. So let us invoke the Azure CLI command. I have already logged into the portal, and using this, I'll be able to invoke the Azure CLI tool. So you can access the Azure CLI tool, or you can also access the PowerShell. If I use the command AZVM list, it has to list all the virtual machines which are created in this account. There is no virtual machine which has been created. So I'll be creating the virtual machine. Let me open this particular session in the new browser. Now I will execute the command. Let me execute this command to create the resource group. So this is going to create the resource group rgdemo learncloudtech. If I wanted to list the resource group which is created, AZ group, then list, it will list all the resource group, but this will be in the JSON format. If I wanted to list the resource group in the table format, then I have to use the command line AZ group list -o, and I have to specify as table. So the resource group will be displayed in the table format. Now I will create the virtual machine using the second command. This command is going to create the virtual machine with the name Ubuntu VM 001. Since I have not specified the virtual network, the subnet, the virtual machine creation process itself, it is going to create the virtual network and the subnet, and also it will associate to a network security group. If I go to the portal, I will close this, and if there is a resource group which we have created, and there are no resources so far. Since the command is getting executed, you will not see any resources. If I refresh, then we should be able to see some of the resources which are being created. So there is already a network security group which is created, and there is a public IP address, and also there is a virtual network. So this is the building block for the virtual machine. First, the virtual network and a subnet will be created, and a public IP address will be associated to the virtual machine. So let us wait for a moment and see once the virtual machine is created. Now the virtual machine has been created. If I use the command again, azvm list, and I will specify O and table, it will list the virtual machine which was created. We are able to see now there is a virtual machine which is created, Ubuntu VM 001, with the resource group name and the location. Since the virtual machine is already created with the public IP address, I can use this public IP address to log into the virtual machine. I can simply copy this IP address SSH and the user ID which we used to create the virtual machine is Ubuntu user 01. So I'll use Ubuntu user 01 at the rate, then the IP address. So I'll be able to log in to this virtual machine, which is the Ubuntu virtual machine, using this command ssh ubuntu user 01, which is nothing but the user ID and the IP address. So it is asking me to use the fingerprint. Yes. So the fingerprint has been permanently added. Now we have logged into the virtual machine itself. So this is the virtual machine which we have created, and now we are into this particular virtual machine. ls ltr. Okay. Now if I wanted to see the version of the virtual machine, I can use the command host name ctl. So it will tell the host name of the virtual machine. This is the host name of the virtual machine and the version of the Ubuntu. So this is the version of the Ubuntu which is running. If I wanted to exit out of this virtual machine, I need to use exit. Then I'll go back to the Azure CLI command line. Now we are into the Azure CLI command line. Since we have created the virtual machine, now I'll be deleting the virtual machine. I'll delete the entire resource group itself. So I'll use the command az group delete -- resource -group, and I need to specify the resource group name. I'll take this resource group name from the portal itself. Let me refresh and see what are the resources which are created. So we are able to see this is the resource group, and all these are all the resources which was created by the command. I will take this, copy this resource group name, and I will paste. It is asking me, are you sure you wanted to perform this operation? I'll say yes. Okay, now the deletion will be starting. Let us go to the portal and see if there are any resources which are getting deleted. Let me refresh. Yes, the deletion is in progress, and still we are able to see the resources, but slowly these resources will be deleted. I'll pause the video. Once it is deleted, I'll come back again. Now I am able to see that it has came back to the prompt again. I think the resource group has been deleted. Let us go to the portal and see if the resource group has been deleted. Still it is showing as deleting. I think we need to refresh. Yeah. Now we are able to see the resource is not found. So the resource group has been completely deleted. If I go to the resource group, I don't see any resource group here. And if I use the command az group list -o and table, so it is also not listing any resource group which we have created. These are the labs which are part of the AZ900 exam. So I'll be continuing with the labs with the theory section. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, please subscribe and share. Thank you and take care.